What's up, guys? Welcome to Millennial Stoner. I'm Joe Winchell. I got with me today, as per usual, Donny Roy and Will McCarroll.
Hello.
Our guest is Mr. Sean Kearns, favorite of the Millennial Stoner podcast. Welcome, Sean. How you doing, man?
Thank you for having me.
I'm happy to have you back. As per usual, you bought baked goods.
Yes.
I know it's not a pie or a pound cake, but still, we appreciate you here.
You know, I got it from this place called the Chestnut Market. Have you heard of it?
No.
This really upscale gas station in Mount Vernon that I like to go to, and they're super nice there. And so I like to give them my business. Every time you walk into the gas station, they go, "Welcome to Chestnut."
Oh, hell yeah.
With like the biggest smile on their face. And
Are they Indians?
they're like, they're one of those. They're of that like variety, you know. I don't like to paint them into a corner, but they're really nice people, and they like take a deep, like they see you entering the door, and they like take a big deep breath, and they go, "Welcome to Chestnut."
Is there a certain noise that plays when you open the door?
No. They just
know you're coming.
There's not much to do.
There's
at a
no
gas
like
station.
ding ding.
Yeah.
Nothing. They can like anticipate it. They anticipate you entering the gas station.
Is that the Indian version of Moe's?
They're so nice. Like, I don't know, it's a new gas station, but like every time you walk around, they like follow you around and they tell you like what's on sale and stuff. And they're just like, they're salespeople.
They sound like the friendliest
That
people
actually
ever.
reminds me of something. Donny, do you have shows?
I do have shows.
You have
That's right, we're
plugs?
plugging
You have
dates.
plugs? Yeah,
I
you
do.
plugging dates?
Yeah. I assume they'll be over Sean's head.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you got dates. This is Donny's dates
Yeah,
over his
check
face.
out. I don't know where they are. Just look at them though.
Yeah,
Come to the show.
Long, thick list
They
of
call him
dates.
Donny Date Face Roy.
I'm a big date face guy.
You got a lot of dates coming up?
Yeah,
I got some stuff.
he's got a lot of stuff. He's rolling heavy right now.
Stop, dude. You're gonna make
Will
Sean
has some
feel
dates
bad.
too. Not as impressive as Donny's
I
dates.
don't.
but
I have very few dates. Are
they over
they're
Sean?
probably over Sean's face
Yeah.
right now. Come out and see me, and also during the week at night, I'll be at Comiskey Park writing boards for the Hamburger Club. So
You want to come buy Will a beer?
I'll fucking tell you a joke, and you can fucking watch me waste my life away in a local bar.
My dates are right here. Over that stuff.
The lamp.
Yeah, everybody switched spots, so everything's. Come check out any of the shows, sixandstones.com and the Giggle Room Show. Come check it out. Sean Kearns, what's up, man?
Nothing.
I got to get this out of the way now. We got to call Uncle Terry.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. So this morning, Uncle Terry McNeely, sent Donny a photograph of him, Terry, and a man who vaguely resembles Donny.
Hey, hey Terry, you're on the podcast right now. You're with Donny and and Will and Sean Kearns.
What's up, Uncle
Why
Terry?
did you send a picture to Donny at 5:48 in the morning of a guy who looks kind of like Donny?
Oh, he says he knows him.
I have no idea who that guy is.
We thought that you might have thought that was a photo of you and Donny.
Yeah, we thought you got so fucked up that you're like, oh, Donny's here. I'm gonna take a picture with him.
No, that guy was at the Super Bowl party that we did, and he told me he was friends with Donny, so I sent it to Donny.
Was that the crazy crackhead guy?
Oh, well, that's not nice to say because I grew up with that guy. But yes, that is the guy. It was a very blurry photo, Terry. I'm sorry. And I usually block those memories out, but now I remember him.
He had like tattoos on his fingers and shit.
Oh, that's the
A
guy.
tattoo on his neck.
And he had like a
really
star
fucked up
shaved
haircut.
in his hair.
You had a star
Yeah,
shaved in his hair?
At the Super Bowl show, yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, I grew up with that guy. He used to like suplex me into the trampoline. Like
He used to suplex-
that guy was over my house all the time growing up.
Oh my god.
I grew up crazy, dude.
That's
I
so
told you.
nice that Terry met the guy that used to molest you.
He literally says, he goes, Donny's a friend of mine. That's what he said.
I've talked to that guy one time in 20 years, and I'm a friend.
Friend you are, Donny
I'm a
Roy.
big friend.
People use that term loosely.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god.
Good
All
guy,
right,
though.
We got to the end of this because he's been talking about this for like 20 minutes. He's like, why did Terry send me
I
this
couldn't figure out
photo?
who the fuck that guy was.
All right, we're just checking in. Terry, how you doing? All right, sound good. You working with Sean today?
Lenahan.
Kevin Lenahan. Oh, okay. Well, we appreciate you picking up the phone right now. You're loved on here, and we'll talk to you later, buddy. Okay.
Love you, Terry.
We love you.
Later, buddy.
Terry.
We love you. I
sounds
love that he
tore
picked
up.
out. He sounds like he got tore up last night.
You just woke him up, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So yeah, that's the end of that. But
All
Donny
right.
has contributed a lot of stuff to this episode today, and there's a video we
have.
really want to show you, Sean.
Yes, please show me.
Yeah.
his military
So
service.
we all know Donny was in the military. He sent us a video of him. Getting
My
I don't
glory
want to. I
days.
guess I don't want to bury the lead, but it's just him getting tased, and I love it.
Yeah, I had to go through a taser training because I was a military police officer because I was a narc in the army, and then the instructor goes, "Hey, take a deep breath. It helps with the experience." And I think he was lying to me. You'll see.
Oh, because man.
Yeah, because when you fill your lungs up with air and then have electrical current go through your body, all that air wants to escape. And it's a funny video. It's a nice gag.
Go ahead, let this roll here, Chris.
Even when I was 19, my hairline wasn't looking too good.
So you look fine
Nah,
there. You look
he
like.
was running away.
Do you remember the show
Yeah.
Pete and Pete? You look like Artie, the strongest man in the world.
Dude, I look like
He does.
He looks like Artie. Yeah.
I look like freaking what's his name in the Misfits.
There we go. There we go.
I got
Play it.
devil
Already
walk.
did look like he was getting tased all the time.
Yeah, that shit sucks, dude.
And that was the only time Donnie experienced combat in the military.
That was the closest I ever got. That was the most uncomfortable I've ever been, except for pepper spray.
Did you? Yeah, I was gonna say. Did you
I
have to
will
get
get-
pepper sprayed too?
Dude, I will get tased 100 more times before I get pepper sprayed again. That
Isn't it
shit
like
sucks.
Bear mace
dude.
or something they use?
It's just called.
It's like the thing with like a gun handle and a can on it, right?
No, it's not like that. It's a little fucking thing. But like,
Okay.
it sucks. It sucks so bad, dude.
I heard like my friend's sister had, like was a Vermont state trooper.
Yeah.
And when her training, they had to get maced and then arrest the person. Like
Yeah, no, I had
did
to
you
do-
have to like take somebody down?
Yeah, so I had to I had to get pepper sprayed, then I had to beat back a guy with a like a foam thing on, like tell him to get back and get on the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to pepper spray another target, and then I had to arrest someone, all with razor shards in my eyes. Dude, yeah, you have to do all that and just you watch some people melt down during that. Like people just like, hey, I fucking do this, man. Like people just collapse on the ground, and that's the funniest thing.
We should do that for the Hamburger Club as a physical challenge.
You get pepper sprayed and answer
Don't
questions.
even tell anybody. It's like, all right, physical challenge.
Yeah, no,
tell
that-
a joke.
That was the worst pain I've ever been in my entire life.
Dude, this
Phil's like, sounds kind of
That
cool.
would actually be very funny.
this is why movies are unrealistic, okay? Because like you watch Lone Survivor, right?
That's the one with Mark Wahlberg
Yeah,
where he
yeah, yeah.
saves the whole village
And
or
they're
something.
getting shot, and they're like like it's a fucking mosquito bite. They're
Yeah.
just getting shot 20 times.
Yeah.
Don't make a noise. This guy gets tased, and he's like,
That's
that's
those guys were Navy SEAls. I was military police, dude. I was a little pussy.
No, but I'm just saying, like people get shot, they're probably being pretty vocal about it.
Yeah, probably.
That compared to the movies where they're just like,
Well, the
Well, that's
adrenaline
Like the
hits
kid from
more.
The Sandlot.
Oh, Squints Palidorus? yeah. Bertram, the one that disappears because he got really into the 60s, which is how that movie
He looks
ends.
like Bertram. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my favorite ending in The Sandlot when they're just going like, Bertram just got really into the 60s and we never saw him again. That's what they say about him.
Dude, even in uniform, I look like the biggest pussy in
like
the
a
world.
like a skinny private pile.
Yeah.
Like a
That's what it
skinny private pile.
Dude, I was just a little dork that was like, this will make girls like
No,
me.
wait, was it were they sticking you or was it the one that shoots
Yeah,
out with the
shoots.
prongs?
Two
Okay.
prongs. Yeah.
Okay.
I got one in my lower back and one in my ass cheek.
Oh,
Ooh,
damn.
Yeah,
that
so-
thing.
Oh, it's from the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the guy behind me shoots me in the back with a taser. And the way it only works is you have to hit both parts of your body. So you have to hit the lower body and like your upper body. And then it just shuts everything down. You can't do anything
I've gone down the rabbit hole of videos
unless
of
you're on PCP.
police that tase people and they
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yep. Hence the PCP guys.
Yeah, it's fucking
You
crazy.
see the one he's like, I'll get you, bitch.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
See that one?
Dude, most of the time I feel like it doesn't work, or like it doesn't work as intended. When
Yeah.
I'm watching like these police videos,
Yeah,
they're
the
not.
meth heads. They're-
No, it's like the Terminator. Like those dudes keep moving.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think it's like the adrenaline too, or
Oh,
something.
yeah, very much
it's
so.
like it like doesn't work.
But I think to Donnie's point that if they hit them with both things in the top of the body, their legs can still move.
Yeah.
And they like if you don't complete the circuit like through their upper and lower body,
Yeah.
it's only affecting their top, and they're all hopped up on meth, and they can just still fucking.
So
run
then they're
away.
just like supercharged at this
Yeah,
point,
and
moving faster.
they're able to run to the point that they rip out of them. And
like when Thor supercharged Iron Man or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen people on Twitter get like shot 14 times and still walking toward a cop.
Oh, I've seen videos
Yeah,
of
it's
that too.
insane.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did not. You went down very hard.
went down
very
like a sack
quickly.
of potatoes.
Yes, you went down very quickly.
They had to lower me down.
Yeah.
Was that mat always on the floor, or were they like, "Oh, we're about to tase Donny, so let's put that mat on"?
Donny's
We were all
on-
getting tased.
This guy's gonna hit the ground for sure.
Yeah. Just look at this guy. He probably weighs 130 pounds soaking wet.
I just like everybody's like, oh man, Donnie served this country. He's showed us videos from him in the military all day. It's that him hitting his friend with a guitar.
Yeah.
A lot of pictures of just his dick out. Like it's
Yeah.
just like, you know.
Yeah, they're eating MREs. They're watching like 3-day-old sports
I'm sorry,
broadcasts.
we're
You know?
invading Iraq in 2014, everybody. I wish I could have done more. I could have killed more innocent people, but I guess I can't. Guess I just missed the boat.
Yo, were there any MREs that were particularly slappy? Like, would there be one that you
Was
go,
there one that you were
"Oh,
like really excited for?
Yeah.
Southwest chicken stew.
oh."
Southwest. Is that the
Southwest
stuff that would
chicken
cook
stew.
itself in like the little?
Yeah, so you put it in like the sleeve. So it's all packaged meals.
Like
so,
a Hot Pocket?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, like I guess so.
Sean
but
knows
like,
all
it's
about
in
that.
this
I know
like really
everything.
thick like plastic that's probably really bad if you heat up and put in your food. So you put that in another sleeve, and then you have this little chemical pouch. It looks like a hand warmer.
It's called an FRH.
Ooh.
Damn, dude, this guy.
He knows.
this guy
We'll get
works
it.
for
No,
Rothko
continue
now.
this.
No,
but
I don't fuck
I'm gonna
around.
segue into something.
We'll
in a minute.
segue.
Yeah, so you pour a little water on it, and then it heats up like crazy hot. Like if you touch it, you'll burn yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just lean it up like in a cardboard box, like against. It literally says on the package a rock or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
so it'll
that's-
cook properly, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And when you heat that shit up and eat it, oh, that's the best.
So Sean, when one of the first times I had Sean on the podcast, I don't think it ever made it on the podcast, but we were just bullshitting, and we were just talking about like YouTube videos we get like sucked into,
Yeah.
and he was very adamant about watching this guy that like reviews all kinds of MREs.
Oh, I saw this guy.
Yeah.
Dude,
Steve?
90% of them are horrible.
Yeah, because he reviews them from like
Yeah.
World War II.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, the ones
Yeah.
with like the metal.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
guy,
Like,
he ate hardtack from the Civil War.
Uh,
He ate World War I chipped beef. He ate chipped beef from the Boer War, which is 1899.
that was in South Africa,
Boer
right?
War.
The Boer,
Boer War. What's the
War.
Boer War?
It was when like Great
South
Britain
Africa?
was just colonizing the entire world.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Oh,
and,
hell
and they were
yeah.
like, "Hey, can you not?" And then Britain was like, psh, psh, psh. And then they like did a war or whatever.
They did war or whatever.
And then they were eating chipped beef. So this guy
Chipped
got
beef.
like a thing from fucking the Boer War and ate chipped beef. He like literally chipped it into water and then like turned it into a soup
How
and then
did he
drank
not
it.
die?
That's disgusting.
I don't know how he's alive, to be honest with you, because
Didn't he get sick?
He's
like,
gotten
'cause I remember
botulism.
checking this out after you
He's
told me
got
about
Yeah.
it.
botulism?
he's gotten botulism
That's how
before.
you get. That's how you get botulism.
But then he apologizes. He's like, "Listen, I didn't make it.
Dude,
Sorry, I
guys,
didn't
I'm
record."
sorry.
He won't
I
post for a
just needed
year,
to know.
and everyone who like watches him like thinks he's dead, and then he'll just hit you with like 3 MRE reviews in a row, and you're like, "Back, baby, back."
I'm going back to the hospital now.
I just love the idea that it's like, I know what my thing's going to be. I'm going to review old MREs from World War II that people are going to be clamoring for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and luckily that's like my only form of conversation when I meet someone. I just go,
I just don't think anybody's giving him shit because he ate, obviously you're sick from eating 1890s hardtack.
"Yeah, you know what it is? He's just a nice guy because he's like the Bob Ross of MRE reviews. He just speaks really softly, and he just like, okay, now here we have like crackers and jalapeno fucking cheese spread."
Okay, yeah.
And all, just like all this
He's
stuff.
like going back right
Imagine
now.
getting started.
I
Dude,
feel
that
like
was a really
I
good
feel
trip.
like he's probably a very difficult person to love because,
Well, he lives alone.
yeah, I bet he does.
I bet he does.
Because imagine like every other day he's like, "Oh, I feel like shit. My stomach is killing me," and you're like, "Yeah, well, you keep eating 50-year-old food."
Dude, he's like
And he's like,
impervious.
"But I gotta fucking
Eating one MRE will demolish you. I remember my first field exercise in basic training, I ate like 4 MREs. That's all we had to eat out there.
Yeah.
And I didn't shit for 5 days. And when I did, it came out looking like a Nerf football.
Yeah.
Like it gaped me. It was crazy. It hurt so bad in a porter potty.
What?
Because it's
It
crazy
gaped you?
preservatives.
Dude,
it's all chemicals. It's
yeah.
like it's all chemicals.
Because it's not like processed food, but it's like compacted or something
Dude,
like that.
it looked like the
Yeah.
biggest potato you've ever seen.
Oh my God, dude.
Yo,
It
he
was
gaped him.
nuts.
Dude.
I got gaped by an MRE.
Dude, I think that's why I have the craziest farts now. Like all my
It
brothers.
was all because of that one Nerf ball.
It was all the food we had to eat over those years. Because even my brothers.
Did you only have MREs or did you have like
They had like fucking like
Mess hall?
mermaid eggs and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for breakfast. Sometimes they called it hot A's. They bring you like dining facility food, but it was like the B list food that no one was eating. They bring it out to the field,
Jesus
and
Christ.
hopefully they had enough for you. You just get like the tiniest
I
portion.
would love it if you started reviewing MREs. Is that what you're
Yeah, no, I'll review me taking a shit after MREs. I'm like, yeah, this one had pretty decent density.
Measuring tape out.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
100 Keurigs.
You just don't even see. You don't even introduce me. I ate this today. Now I'm
Yeah,
about
yeah.
to take a shit.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
show
let you
everyone
know.
my poop. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, he loves doing that.
yeah.
What? Show him his poop?
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was his dick. He like showing
Oh, he
everybody.
does both.
I do both. Dude,
The
the
poop
army
video
ruined
is-
me, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Did you show me a video of you smashing a guitar over your friend's head, which
That's
I assume was a
another good one.
Tuesday afternoon in the barracks?
No, it was a weekend, but we drank 3-4 locos each, and we had a good idea.
I'm taking shit
Light
back right now.
bulb.
Dude, I had 2 4 locos, bro. I used to call it getting ocho locoed. 2 of the fucking real fucking locos. Oh my god.
The energy drink.
Who?
one?
That was
I could-
caffeine in that, right?
I
There
could
was.
fight a horse.
you guys remember?
It was the best.
I could fight. Oh, that's the largest animal I am able to take down. I'm
Yeah.
fucking-
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
fucking
Question
headlock.
for
Yeah,
Sean
this is a
Kearns.
good. This is a good question. I wanted to bring
Question for
this up.
Sean Kearns. What's the largest or most dangerous animal that you feel you could defeat in hand-to-hand combat? Fight to the death. You have to kill an animal.
I'd have to kill the animal.
You have to kill the animal.
This is a fight to the death. Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So, ruled out
Largest
automatically bear, brown bear,
Okay.
Hippopotamus.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Dude, they're
Somebody
fucking
said
crazy.
That one night.
No, they
like,
said rhino, and I said you're
bullshit.
No, not a rhino.
No one's fighting a rhino.
No, you can't. They have
It's
all.
hard to kill a rhino. I don't even think a rhino would like necessarily fuck you up that easily. But
wouldn't
like,
You're
even
not
know you
killing
were
a
there.
rhino.
you're not gonna kill that animal.
Yeah.
Dude, not even
You need like a screwdriver or something.
yeah, like not even a moose, bro. A moose would fuck you
Moose
up.
would
Yeah.
fuck you up.
My
all-
answer is an adult female deer.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think it would have to be a deer. Like on it, most animals that are predators would fuck me up.
I
There's-
said a bald eagle.
You
Bald
think you
eagle.
could
I
kill
feel
a
like I
eagle?
could take. I'm not saying it wouldn't take an eye.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna fuck me up. But
Yeah.
I feel like I could kill that. All you gotta do is break
because you
one
have
wing.
a longer arm length. You could just grab its neck and then
Yeah,
it can't do
snap it,
anything.
yeah.
The thing is, an eagle's got to swoop on you.
Who's gonna say you had strategy about
An eagle's
this?
got to swoop. It's the only way it's going to kill you. So
Yeah.
you're going to see it coming.
Yeah.
And if you get really low and then like right before it gets at you, you like stand up and jump on it, I bet you could kill an eagle.
Just smash it to death.
You think that's easy, but look at the guys in Ukraine fighting those little fucking drones coming in.
Or do you think if their beak hits you, is that like akin to like a
Well, it's a curved beak. It's not like a pointed
right,
beak.
right?
They'll get you with the
right.
talons.
Yeah, the
first.
talons
Talons
they
can
come
rip
in.
your skin off though.
Oh,
with
yeah.
those
Well,
talons.
it's not gonna kill me.
No.
I'm saying it's gonna fuck me
Unless
up.
So
you
you
I
look
could,
anemic, it might kill you.
I could kill.
You would have to be really committed.
Pussy.
I did get this from working with parrots.
Yeah, that's the story you told Justin Hartman.
He's so mad at me for that.
That's how I think. I think people go hunting. That's how you should. If you want a deer, if you want venison, you have to kill the deer with your bare hands. I feel like
Wait, that's how
anything
you
else.
feel like that's how nature
That's
works.
impossible.
You
dude.
gotta
You'll
get it like
never-
Barry
You just said
Badger
you could kill a small female deer with your
No,
bare
but
hands.
this isn't a hypothetical situation where they make the deer fight me. Like
or-
this is.
wait, no,
Like,
there's
you're
a
not
bow
going
and
to go
arrow.
out and find a deer and get your hands on
all right,
it.
a bow and arrow, but you have to make the bow and arrow yourself.
Oh, you all right? So you can do found weapons.
Right, you got to earn it. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Because people are like sitting in a tree and the deer is like 500 yards away with like its babies, and you're just shooting it in the stomach. And I just feel like it's not fair.
Don't
Yeah.
you paint us hunters like
You should
that?
have to jump out of a tree on top of the deer, break its neck, and then drag it back to your pickup
No, I
truck.
think I could kill a deer with a snare.
Like-
I could if I
Do
got
you know
my
what a snare
hand
is?
on a rope. Yeah.
Okay.
I could tie a snare.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you knew what it was. That it wasn't like a, something
And I
you
think
threw
I
at him.
could maybe get a rope.
All right, everybody
around
gets
a deer.
one weapon now,
A claw
but it
hammer.
can't be a gun.
A claw hammer. and
A claw
I'm killing-
hammer?
and I'm killing Russ.
That's the largest mammal I can take down.
Russ has taken down a couple of large mammals in his time.
Oh, I wish he stayed.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Only he knew the fun we were going to have.
Fucking Russ.
What's your animal you would take? Sean says
A cat.
you just gonna do a cat.
Dude, I'm not a strong guy.
Dude,
Look,
I can tell. I saw your taser video.
I'm telling you, a big ass house cat.
Like a savannah cat or
They
some
don't
shit.
fuck
Dude,
around,
A
dude.
Savannah
They're
cat
crazy.
might get you. Dude.
That's a big fucking cat.
I'm also trying to think of like what would be like easy to actually kill. So like let's say I took down a zebra.
I feel like that's even a fucking.
But
you're
then
not thinking
we how
that's
long
even-
you gotta like
besides the
just
horse.
punch it forever.
You gotta
like,
catch
how
it
you gonna-
first.
Are we doing the
I think
catching
you gotta
first?
bite it. I think if you're gonna kill an animal that big, you have to like bite it.
Yeah, you have to like
open.
become primal.
Right. It just seems exhausting.
I mean,
It's
it
a
definitely
lot.
is.
It probably tastes like shit, dude. Zebra neck.
Zebra neck.
Can only imagine.
It probably tastes gamey and very stringy.
dude.
It's worse than
I
a
don't know.
gum.
No, lions love zebra. Isn't that their
Uncooked
favorite
zebra
meal?
Neck, dude,
What?
tastes
Lions love zebra. That's their favorite meal, I think.
I don't know.
I think that's racist.
I think that's racist. Why?
It's because it's like the tastiest one because it's black and white.
well, if anything, it's inclusive.
Jesus Christ, Will.
You think the flavor of zebra fades really quickly, like the gum fruit
it's like
shreds?
the ice cream, the soft serve ice cream at Costco. You can get both.
Swirl?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, this is all getting edited out.
You're talking about ice cream.
I'm just talking about ice cream, bro.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, dude. So,
What?
all right. Fredy T is gonna kill his wife. Can we talk about this?
Fredy T is a comedian that we know.
Freddie T is a comedian. He's a good friend of the show. We love him to death.
Will's trying to steal his wife from him.
I'm not trying to steal his wife from him, but she is beautiful.
Yeah, that really throws us off the fucking.
And Freddie has a beautiful wife and a dog named
Yeah,
O.J.
OJ.
Simpson.
Yeah.
You can have those two things. I will let you have those two things. But now he's buying a bus, and he wants to do the van life thing.
What, like
Oh,
Gabby
boy.
Oh,
Petito?
Yeah.
That's not.
I go, dude. You're gonna kill your wife.
He's gonna start a
It's also a
travel
lot of
pod.
work.
And I'll tell you, because you know
Wait,
what?
I'm sorry, we just glossed over that. What do you mean it's a lot of work?
You got to get a van and then you got to put a mattress in it. You got to like get running water. You got to
Oh,
put a
yeah.
solar panel on it.
Yeah.
You
Is
got
that
to
what they
find
have,
like a
like-
battery adapter. I watch these videos all the time. Someone turns a short bus into like a
Like a
bedroom.
luxury home,
Yeah.
like apartment thing?
Yeah, but
I'm sure
like
Fredy T's thought of all of these things.
He's a locksmith. How bad?
Well,
you got to be like really resourceful.
I know I've said a lot of things about Freddie T's wife, but the reason that I really fear she's gonna die is because we can all agree she's got a smile that'll light up a room. And those are the ones that wind up in a trunk.
I think Will's gonna kill Freddy.
I think Will's going to kill Freddie too. I think he's laying breadcrumbs out to be
Yeah.
like, no, it's Freddie T's.
Where were
He's
you
a
when you went
murderer.
rock climbing that one day?
Yeah, he's gonna push her
behind
off a
him
cliff.
pushing
You hide him like, I think you're killing Freddie and be like, oh, what happened? Diana, you can stay at my place. Like, bring the dog, whatever you need.
I didn't even know he was married.
Yeah, he's married.
Good
Yeah.
for them.
Imagine if the dog kills her. And he goes,
OJ goes feral.
O.J. Simpson killed my wife.
Rottweiler owned by a Hispanic guy? No way, dude.
Oh, God. Somebody, who was that at the Hamburger Club? Somebody was trying to convince me that he was an amputee.
Oh, it's my aunt.
That was your aunt,
Dude,
yes.
my aunt is this is a very funny joke. My aunt is like a fucking, the one that threw the party.
Yes.
Is like a big like healthcare executive, kind of like an important person. And she comes over and she goes, I guess she like spoke to Freddie and heard that he fell off a cliff. So she comes over to me and she goes, Will, is that your friend over there? And I go, yeah, that's Freddie. And she goes, oh, this is so weird. I actually know Freddie. And I go, how do you know Freddie? And she goes, I'm not supposed to tell you this because of like HIPAA violations, but Freddie's an amputee. He fell off a cliff and they cut his foot off. And now I have like no reason to not believe this.
Imagine
And I
gets
mean, he
us.
looks like he walks around like he's got a fake foot. He like, in the moment, I was like, oh my God. and then I go because I'm gonna go like kick him in the foot or something. I go like to find
Go
Freddie.
check. He just
And she goes, no, I'm fucking with you. But
Is there
then-
is she a nurse or something?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay.
like she was a nurse when I was younger, and now she's like a healthcare like executive. She's like a
See,
but she does like deal with like patients and like.
I didn't know that was your aunt. I just wanted to like the most autistic like response I could possibly do.
No,
She
he's
was
not.
like, I was like, no, he isn't. No, he's not.
Next Hamburger Club, you got to tell Freddie that it's a shorts show. You got to wear shorts,
Oh
and then we'll know for sure.
Imagine what would you do
If it was real,
If it was, if we found out.
If he
then he
never
has like a
told us.
prosthetic foot.
Yeah, and he was just embarrassed. He didn't want to tell us.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
I mean,
That's
let's put
pretty-
it on the podcast.
It was just like but it was kind of like just a moment where she said it, and I'm like, did he lose a fucking foot and not tell us? Like,
I mean, it is a dumb reason to lose a foot. Like I could see
was a dumb reason to fall off a cliff.
being like, oh man, I fucking was just climbing a rock and now I lost my foot. Like,
Well,
I don't want to tell anyone that. I could see that.
Even the first part of that sentence is embarrassing because it's like, why are you? Who's climbing rocks? You know what I mean?
Lesbians and Fredy T.
Fredy
Like,
T. Yeah.
There's Netflix. We have Netflix now and cars.
No, people
you know?
want to go out and experience life.
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I mean, some
He
people do
fell
it.
because someone gave him shrooms, and he was rock climbing on shrooms. By the way,
Really?
You didn't know that?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
he was rock
Now the
climbing
world
on
knows.
shrooms. I don't know if the hospital knows that, but
Yeah, that's all right.
but
That must have
100%.
been a crazy trip. Dude.
Yeah, I remember him being like, "Oh, I want to get shrooms. I'm going rock climbing," and I go, "Okay, is that a good idea?" And then we found out like 2 weeks later that he had fallen off a cliff.
I could see
Probably not a good
shrooms
idea.
actually being very good for your like pain response. And like
Yeah.
I could see you like looking at like if you like cut your hand off, like I could see and you're on shrooms, I could see looking down and just being like,
I feel more a part of the universe.
So shrooms
now.
after the fact would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
not
of course,
while-
shrooms. Not
maybe not while
during. That's
climbing the
probably
rock.
going to be insane.
yeah.
If you're, especially if your bone's sticking out, and you
Yeah,
stare-
it's like I mean, if it's a question of cause and effect. Like,
what would be the
maybe
best
you
drug
wouldn't
to,
have fallen.
to be on when you fall?
Crack.
Crack? You're just saying
I
crack,
would
right?
assume.
Yeah.
Those
Meth.
guys don't feel pain at all.
No, you're talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, or maybe meth.
Well,
Yeah.
crack because once you you need crack every 5 minutes. So once you fall and like break your legs,
You're gonna need
you
more
can't
crack.
access the crack. You're on your own. Like you
I
can't.
mean, maybe it's in your pocket.
I was going to say, what if it's in your pocket?
Oh fuck that. Bro. It probably would be in his pocket, right?
If you're a crackhead, I feel like you either have it or you don't. That's the crackhead life.
You wouldn't care about the legs being snapped,
No.
because you have
You
the
have
crack.
Yeah, you'd be
Yes.
able to get to walk to a hospital probably.
walk on my hands.
You walk. Yeah.
I'm walking to the crack house on my hands.
Talk about a silver lining.
Silver
At
lining.
least I have this crack.
At least
in my
I have
pocket.
crack to get me to the hospital.
I can see my bone, but at least I got crack.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god, this is
Didn't they used to give that to women during childbirth?
methamphetamine.
Oh,
They
yeah.
used to give it- yeah, they used to give women medical history is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, do you know
It
about-
is.
No,
It's-
yeah, because they didn't care until like
Yeah.
1960, so
Do
they
you
were just
know-
winging it before.
It's like my wife is upset. It's like, well, let me go over and use this vibrator on her.
Yeah.
That's
this
what they
will
used to.
fix
They
your
used to call a
attitude.
guy. Vibrators, the way they were invented, were invented because it was a way to release stress from housewives. Swear to God, this is a
Like
real
dildo
thing.
vibrators?
Swear to God, that's how. There's a whole fucking there's a whole movie about it, or like a play they did called The Vibrator Show about the history of the vibrator. And they used to, if like your wife was like cranky, you would call this dude who was a doctor. He would come over with a box and he'd like set your wife up in like what would look like the stirrups for like delivering a baby, and they would
Yeah.
just
Plow
fuck her with a
the-
dildo until
Right.
she came.
instead of the
That's
husband,
exactly
maybe
what they did. Like, you can look this up.
That'll straighten
Right.
it out.
I'm so close. What is it? I'm so close. What is it?
I don't believe that.
Okay. That's a chainsaws. I said
Fuck her with a
vibrators,
Chainsaw?
not
No,
chainsaws.
They'd open them up so there's easier birth.
Oh yeah, that I do know.
Yeah.
Chainsaws were originally invented for childbirth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I
For-
might have shared this historical fact. Do you know the first guy who said that you should wash your hands before delivering a baby? Like how this guy figured it out and what they did to him?
I the guy who said maybe I should wash my hands before I saw this guy's leg off. I want to know who that was.
Well, there was a person that would like. This doctor figured out that if you work with dead bodies or like rotting body parts and you deliver a baby, all the babies would die,
Yeah.
and the woman somehow.
Chris, bring up the vibrator facts so I can show Will that
But
I'm right.
The guy who figured this out published something about it, and then he was so ostracized from the medical community
I
for
could see
publishing
that.
this that he went into a deep depression and killed himself.
Oh my
and then they were
God.
like, oh wait, he was right.
Seriously?
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
believe in
yeah.
germs back in the
No,
day.
not really.
That's crazy.
The guy who
Yeah.
like blew the whistle on germs, like they
It's
bullied
crazy.
him out of the medical
He was totally
community.
trying to
Here we
cancel
go.
germs.
Holly Lieberman, visiting with School of History, wrote a piece. The true story of the use of vibrators became widespread only when they were marketed to the general public, both men and women, as domestic and medical appliances in the early 1900s. Ads featuring men and women, babies and older people promised vibrators could do everything from eliminating wrinkles to curing tuberculosis. When doctors did use vibrators on women, they, what is that word? Assiduously avoided touching their clitorises. The greatest objection to the vibrator thus applied is that in overly sensitive patients, it is liable to cause sexual excitement. Yeah, so they were like, this may make you horny. The gynecologist James Cavan Wood wrote in 1917, if, however, he can continue, the vibrator is kept well back from the clitoris. There is but little danger of causing such excitement. So yeah, that's basically the story of the vibrator. That's
Dude.
it. Yeah.
I gotta book my wife a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. They use it as a medical treatment.
Well, since back in the day, dude, it was so hard to be a woman because like you'd be like the husband, you would get shit faced, come home, like beat her because like she burned the biscuits.
I mean, that sounds like.
And then she would get like depressed, right?
Yeah.
And instead of like thinking maybe you're the problem, they're like, let's get a doctor and a vibrator in here.
Yeah, they'd
Because she's being hysterical.
Crank them up on like Adderall. They'd get
Yeah.
like, Black Beauties were like fucking speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Beauties for speed. Yeah.
Valium.
Oh, she's trying to hold me accountable again. Let's get some drugs and
Some
a
drugs and a
vibrator,
vibrator in here.
She's losing her mind.
I can't help every day, but
Man,
notice,
you're hysterical.
Yeah, you're being hysterical.
I can't help but notice every day when I get home that you didn't do enough.
Isn't
while
that
I was at work.
Isn't there some woman in?
While I was out fishing.
Hey Doc, she keeps calling me at the bar. Can we get her?
Wasn't
up
this
on the
some
script?
woman inventor that like Hedy Lamarr was like lobotomized and she invented a bunch of stuff, but they're like, this woman's fucking crazy. We have to lobotomize her. I'm pretty sure she got lobotomized.
The inventor of Bluetooth.
I think her Hedy Lamarr, or like one of like she was like an actress, but she like also invented like was a legit inventor.
Oh shit.
I can't remember her exact name, but they fucking put her at like they were like, she's asking a lot of questions. Let's take a piece of her brain out.
They lobotomized JFK's sister because she wanted to have like premarital sex. She was wearing a skirt that was too short,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Let's clip her. We got to clip her brain." And then they locked her away,
Lizzie
dude.
Kennedy, or it was
Something
wait,
like
wait,
that.
no, there's like a skeleton Kennedy somewhere.
Yeah,
and
no, there was like a lobotomized Kennedy, and that's like
that's fucking
part of the
crazy.
reason I
Crazy.
forget. There's one of JFK's like major policies or like things that he did. I forget what it is, but it has to do with his sister and like the healthcare industry. And like,
Really?
yeah.
That's crazy. Conspiracy. Rosemary Kennedy.
Yeah.
Rosemary Kennedy was her name.
You want to hear another fact?
Yeah, I do. I love
a good
facts.
fact.
Yeah.
So this is how they used to do a pregnancy tests back in the day, right? So a woman would pee in a cup, and then they would take the urine with a syringe and they would inject it into a rabbit's stomach, and then if the rabbit died, that meant she was pregnant.
Shut up.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me?
You gotta go
Google this.
Did you
Google
see
it.
this on TikTok?
Just Google look up just facts that are true, and then it'll pop up. Yeah.
Yes.
Facts that are true.
Facts that
The number one, it's like the first one.
Could you imagine like you're the bunny rabbit and like she's not pregnant? You're like, okay, I survived that, but this guy just injected urine into my stomach. I don't think I want to live anymore
But
anyway.
that's really how they would do it?
Yeah, that's how they would.
How
I don't know,
long did
maybe
this
not.
go on for?
I get crazy. You can still hear about people using leeches nowadays.
Dude,
You can hear about it,
I
yeah.
had this kid they cut his fingers off on a table saw at my job, and I had to pick one up off the floor, and it was still moving. And
Oh, from the reaction?
yeah, and it was fucked up because he was a little alarmed because he had cut his fingers off.
Is this it?
And,
The rabbit test
ooh,
was a historical method of pregnancy detection used in the early 20th
that's
century.
right.
A sample of the woman's urine was injected into a female rabbit. Oh my God.
piss bunnies.
Piss bunnies.
Give me the old piss bunny test.
Piss bunnies test.
That's disgusting.
There's a girl on OnlyFans with that tag.
Mhm.
But
Maybe they just weren't drinking enough water.
oh my God. That's how did you stumble across that?
I don't know.
How do you stumble across, oh, if I inject this into a rabbit, that's how I found out my wife's pregnant?
Well, I don't know if it
How
was
is
science.
that?
I don't know if it worked. I think that's just what they. I
No,
don't think that's
it's
just what they
probably
did.
like there's probably like a chemical reason. Like there's probably like some sort of hormone or something that's like emitted when you're pregnant that is toxic to rabbits. So if you just dump it in their like
Yeah,
stomach into the
specifically
blood,
rabbits, probably, yeah, true.
Yeah.
What were you saying about picking up fingers off the ground?
Oh, this kid cuts his fingers off on the table saw, and he goes, bring me to the nearest hospital. And they go, dude, you should go to Bellevue. That's like
Yeah.
where they like sew your fingers back on. And he goes, no, bring me to the nearest hospital. So they brought him to like Brookville or something, this bullshit hospital in Canarsie. And then he waited there for 12 hours, and then they did nothing, and then they transferred him to Bellevue. So like, yeah, so his hands were fucked up, and it didn't really work. But when I went to go visit him,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna walk into a comically big bandaged hand.
Yeah, yeah.
And I walk in, and he's got his hand open. I said this on the podcast, I think, already, but it did look like a fucking Iron Maiden T-shirt. His fingers
Oh, yeah,
were all
that you
pinned,
did.
and they had leeches on his fingers because
Crazy
they
when I
like
hear that.
promote the little tiny capillaries like can't be surgically repaired, but if they just promote blood flow, like by
Yeah,
the,
so the
by the leeches like sucking blood up, it like the body like fixes
that's
everything.
fucking crazy when I hear it.
Yeah.
Like when you hear like like hospitals being like, oh well, you use leeches for this. Then all of a sudden, like a wet nurse comes out, and some lady that looks like the Handmaiden's Tale is going to put leeches on your hand or some shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Thank God we live like now and not
Back
like
then?
100 years. Yeah,
No,
dude.
of course.
Any ailment, they just like injected you with cocaine.
Or
like
you just
liquid
died.
cocaine.
You got
Like,
ghost
yeah,
you died.
You
Right.
died. I have the cold. Well, 50-50 shot.
Yeah, if you went to the doctor, they probably made it worse, whatever you were dealing with, and then you died.
Yeah, they just gave you I mean, the early 19th century, they just gave you penicillin, I think, or the 20th century rather.
Yeah, but before that,
yeah.
before they found the like penicillin, if you had like syphilis, your nose would fall off.
Yeah, that's it. You get rot from it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have like neurosyphilis.
Ooh.
I know.
Well, it must have been easier to spot a 2-timing whore.
If she looked like
I
Michael
love, how,
Jackson.
I love how Will's just like, I don't know, that sounds like a pretty sweet life. Like, be able to point out, that's my ex-wife over there. Like,
Yeah.
Egg on their face.
Yeah, that
no,
bitch.
they can't. It would go in their nose.
Yeah, that prosthetic nose is on that lady. That's a red flag, I think.
They weren't good back then either. Time you see anybody with a prosthetic, it just looks like half of a mannequin face that they're just tacked on with like.
Dude,
like
They're just winging
Yeah,
it, dude.
if I cut my fucking nose off, I would go full like I'd go like MF Doom. I'd get like a mask made and just be like, "Yo, this is fucking.
This is who I am now.
This is who I am
You
now."
just
Yeah,
become
I
like a
just-
comic book villain.
Yeah.
Like
I would
Mankind?
just chill. Like I would still do sets and like
You would have like
but
the
I'd be
doctor.
like, I would just be like, I wouldn't even acknowledge it. I would just still keep my total cadence. I'd be like, oh, like what's with the horse cops? But
No
But-
nose.
with a yeah, there'd be a nose on the mask.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Is it a metal mask that you're like a
I think so.
like
yeah.
a Doctor Doom kind of?
Kinda. Yeah. I mean, in my
There it
mind
is,
right
prosthetic
now,
nose,
Yeah.
metal prosthetic nose.
Ooh.
That's
That
a
actually looks hard as shit.
Is that a real nose on the right? That's the is that made out of silver?
Looks like it's made out of
How did that
plutonium.
stay on their fucking face?
No, it's lead. It's just straight lead.
It's just lead, yeah.
You're like, oh, you have syphilis? Have some lead.
George Washington.
It's good.
And then they painted it black. Was the guy? I guess there was a black fellow.
I mean, I guess. I don't know what else to say.
I love the pause after Will says shit like that. That's
Patient
my
zero.
favorite.
Patient zero
Yeah.
of syphilis?
Yeah, and AIDS.
I think a lot of stuff just used to make your limbs rot off back then because they didn't know how to deal with it.
Dude, I like to think about like ancient Sparta. Like the baby just looks like they're like, all right, in the hole. Just toss it off a cliff.
Yeah, that's what it would
I would have been a Spartan baby.
Dude, imagine like climbing down into the baby hole.
of the Spartan
You know
baby
what I
hole.
mean? Like,
Oh, actually, we actually
like
threw
the
one out. We
hole
weren't
that, like,
supposed
you
to.
like kick
Yeah,
it in
Donny.
when he goes, "This is Sparta," and like kicks him into the hole.
That would be Donnie's position in the Spartan military
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you got to clean up the baby hole.
This
Donnie.
kid's allergic to peanut butter. Throw him in.
I
dude.
think it would be like disturbingly liquid.
Well, yeah, they
There'd
would
be a little
if you-
crunchiness to it
I think it would be like a stew.
Yeah.
in the hot Rome sun.
Yeah, and they just eventually decompose, and then blood leaks out, and they.
And you're not allowed to wear pants back then, so you're just going in there. Like,
Oh, up to your ankles and
Yo,
baby
you know
going.
when you ever swim in like the harbor or something, and you get those like
parasites?
triggers?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. What's
What?
that? No, I don't.
know.
I really I think you're the only one, Will.
We used to go clamming down in the Smithtown, like in the harbor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you can like walk out and clam rig, and they're not always there, but sometimes you get these like bites from like
little like,
little like mites that are in the water.
oh my god.
And you feel it when your junk gets wet. You go, whoa.
Someone's biting my dick.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Less teeth, baby.
Less teeth. Oh man, I think we got to wrap up. This has been fun though. I want to keep going, but Sean, is there anything that you need to plug or anything going forward? Or
I have to pee
okay,
pretty bad. No, so I have. I will be at the Hamburger Club.
Hell
the
yeah.
13th.
Warm up set.
yeah.
What
This
is
is going to be after, but
This-
whatever. We love the Hamburger Club. on here.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
doing. Am I doing broad?
Oh no,
The release is after.
you know this will be after because you're doing Broadway, right?
No.
Oh, you're doing
I'm doing the-
April. Yeah, right. He's doing April 28th Monday.
April
So it will-
28th Monday.
At AMH.
at AMH.
Okay,
At
yeah.
AMH.
So plug that. Yeah.
Plugged, and that's all I got.
All right. Cool.
But if you,
And
anybody,
your Instagram. Plug your Instagram.
yeah, if anybody ever wants to just chat, if anybody wants any life advice or financial advice, you can find me at Sean Kearns Comedy on Instagram. If you want like a positive affirmation or maybe a nice compliment, feel free to reach out. That's all I got.
Okay. Donnie, just plug your Instagram.
Ronnie.toy.
Will.
Fat Will, FATTWILL. Also, please follow Hamburger Club Comedy and come out to our bi-monthly shows at Broadway Comedy Club and Amityville Music Hall.
At that Winchell Kid 87 is mine. Follow all the Millennial Stoner stuff on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff, man. And again, if you want to support the page, you can just like and share and subscribe. But if you want some swag, we have a merchandise shop, rocket.shop. We got hats. We got all that stuff. So come buy some merch, man. Sean, thanks for coming on, dude. This is the 101th episode of Millennial Store.
Fucking Russ did the 100th episode.
He did,
This
yeah.
is the
Oh my
Dalmatian.
God.
This is the Dalmatian episode. This is the Disney episode.
Well, thank
so-
you for having me.
No, of course. You're always
Yes.
welcome on here,
We
buddy.
did talk about killing animals.
We did. We'll be fine. We also talked about killing Fredy T. Well, you talked about.
And his
We
missing
should,
foot.
we should just keep an eye on his wife. I hope she's okay.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch you next week.